Hello, Houston. I am so thrilled to be here in the great state of Texas with one of America's greatest, most devoted, and most loyal friends, Prime Minister Modi of India. Thank you. Thank you. And Prime Minister Modi is doing a truly exceptional job for India and for all of the Indian people. It is my immense privilege to be here with him today at this profoundly historic event. We're especially grateful to be joined by over 50,000 incredible members of our nation's thriving, prospering, flourishing, and hardworking Indian-American community. Thank you. Just a few months ago, in the largest democratic election in the history of our world, 600 million Indians went to the polls and voted overwhelmingly for Prime Minister and his party. Congratulations, Mr. Prime Minister. That's a lot of people. Earlier this week, I understand you marked another important milestone. I know everyone here joins me in wishing you a very happy birthday. Happy birthday. I want to take a moment to address every resident of Houston affected by the recent horrible flooding. The entire American nation is standing by your side. We're ready. We love you. We support you. We will be there with you every single step of the way. I just left the Coast Guard hangar at Ellington Field, Joint Reserve Base, where I was briefed on the Texas flooding. We're working with your great Governor Greg Abbott, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, Attorney General Ken Paxton, and Senators John Cornyn and Ted Cruz. Thank you very much. We're working hard together. My administration will not rest until you have fully recovered, restored, and rebuilt. And I know you will come back with the same tremendous spirit that we have shown every single time. Every time there's been a problem, it's called Houston Strong. Prime Minister Modi and I have come to Houston to celebrate everything that unites America and India, our shared dreams and bright futures. I've also come to express my profound gratitude to the nearly 4 million amazing Indian Americans all across our country. You enrich our culture. You uphold our values. You uplift our communities, and you are truly proud to be American, and we are proud to have you as Americans. We thank you, we love you, and I want you to know my administration is fighting for you each and every day. I want to recognize U.S. Ambassador to India, Kenneth Juster, and Minister Jay Shankar of India. Thank you very much. Thank you both. Thank you very much. Thank you. We're also proudly joined by NASA Deputy Administrator Jim Morehart, Deputy Secretary of Energy Dan Brouillette, Governor Matt Bevin of Kentucky, your State Attorney General Ken Paxton, a couple of very great senators. Kevin, thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. We have a lot of senators. We have a lot of Congress people. There's Mr. Brady, Congressman Brady. He gave us a very, very nice tax cut, folks. Thank you, Kevin, very much. Thank you all for being here. Among the leaders here today for this remarkable celebration are many members of the House and Senate. They're all over the audience, including House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, and again, Senators Cornyn, Cruz. In my campaign for president, I promised all of that. If we were elected, India would have a true and great friend in the White House. And I can tell you, you have never had a better friend as president than President Donald Trump. That I can tell you. The Prime Minister knows that. On this day, I'm happy to report that the relationship between the United States and India is stronger than ever before. The ties between our two nations are grounded in our common values and our shared commitment to democracy. We are free nations with great faith and a fierce devotion to our national independence. We are governed by the rule of law, guided by commitment to justice, and strengthened by our love of liberty. Our two national constitutions both begin with the same three beautiful words: we the people. That means that in America and India alike, we honor, respect, trust, empower, and fight for the citizens we proudly serve. Under Prime Minister Modi's leadership, the world is witnessing a strong, sovereign, and thriving Republic of India. In a single decade, with the help of Prime Minister Modi's pro-growth reforms, India has lifted nearly 300 million people out of poverty. And that is an incredible number. Incredible. That's incredible. In the next decade, 140 million Indian households will rise to the middle class. In both India and the United States, we're seeing something really remarkable. Our people are prospering like never before because we are slashing bureaucracy and cutting job-killing red tape. In the United States, thanks to our massive tax cuts and all of our great senators and congressmen and women that are here today, and pro-worker policies, our economy is breaking one record after another. Since my election, we have created over 6 million new jobs. We have created over 750,000 jobs right here in Texas. And very importantly, that includes 70,000 new Texas manufacturing jobs. They said that couldn't be done. Unemployment, think of this, unemployment in Texas is currently at the lowest rate ever recorded in the history of our country. And unemployment in the United States has just reached the lowest level in over 51 years, and very soon we think that will be broken to be a historic number. Unemployment among African Americans, Asian Americans, and Hispanic Americans have all reached their lowest levels in the history of our country. Over the last 2 years, the unemployment rate among Indian Americans dropped by nearly 33 1/3%. Wages are rising, incomes are soaring, and inequality is falling at the fastest rate in many, many years. In the past 12 months alone, the average worker has taken home $1,000 extra in rising wages, and over $3,000 with tax cuts and all of the other things that we've done. And for the first time in history, most new hires of prime working age are minorities and women. First time that's ever happened. Through our pledge to America's workers, we have secured commitments for nearly 14 million employment and training opportunities for American workers done through our great American companies. We passed the biggest tax cuts and the biggest tax reforms in the history of our country. We slashed a record number of job-killing regulations, giving the average American household more than $3,000 every year. And never in the history of our country, no matter how long the presidency, have regulations been cut to this extent. Every day, the Indian American community is helping to strengthen our country and build our future. Indian Americans are pioneering groundbreaking medicines to save countless lives. They're developing revolutionary technology that is changing the world, and they're founding new businesses that provide jobs to thousands of our fellow citizens. Prime Minister Modi, I look forward to working with you to make our nations even more prosperous than ever before. And that's what's happening. The economic miracles taking place today are just beginning. Here in the United States, there has never been a better time to hire, invest, grow, and pursue your dreams. Indian companies employ tens of thousands of Americans across a range of industries, including American steel. In 2018, India's JSW Steel announced that it would invest up to $500 million to revitalize a shuttered steel plant in the great state of Ohio. And we welcome India's growing investments right here in the Lone Star State. Nations around the world are investing in the United States because they know we have the best economy and the best workers in the world. They have never invested in our country like they are today, and we want to thank everybody. And India has never invested in the United States like it is doing today. And I want to say it's reciprocal because we're doing the same thing in India. On Tuesday, two Japanese companies, Toyota and Acer, announced a combined investment of almost $800 million, which will create over 900 new jobs right here in Texas. At the same time, we are working to expand American exports to India, one of the world's fastest growing markets. We are committed to ensuring the Indian people have access to the finest goods in the world, products stamped with the beautiful phrase, "Made in the USA." And very soon, India will have access to another world-class American product, NBA basketball. Wow. Sounds good. That sounds good. Next week, thousands of people will gather in Mumbai to watch the first ever NBA basketball game in India. Am I invited, Mr. Prime Minister? I may come. Be careful, I may come. When it comes to expanding our commercial relationship, no issue is more important than energy security. For the first time ever, the United States is the #1 producer of both oil and natural gas on planet Earth, and #1 by far, with much of it coming right here from the great state of Texas. That means more jobs, higher wages, and lower prices at the pump. Yesterday, we were thrilled to hear about the Indian company, Petronet's pledge to purchase up to 5 million tons of LNG per year from the United States, which could lead to billions of dollars of LNG exports to India in the coming years. And we have plenty of it. Over the last year, crude exports to India have grown by 400%, and liquefied natural gas exports continue to soar at record numbers. Thank you. These tremendous exports not only expand employment in America, but they increase freedom and security for India. To keep our nation safe, the United States and India are forging an even stronger security partnership. U.S. defense sales to India have also reached $18 billion over the past decade. We make the greatest defense mechanisms and equipment anywhere in the world, and India knows that well. We're looking forward to concluding several new defense deals very soon. There are a lot of them in the works. Here in America, we're creating the United States Space Force, and we're working closely with India to enhance space cooperation. In November, the United States and India will demonstrate a dramatic progress of our defense relationship, holding the first ever tri-service military exercise between our nations. It's called Tiger Triumph. Good name. It's a good name. Very good name. Today we honor all of the brave American and Indian military service members who work together to safeguard our freedom. We stand proudly in defense of liberty, and we are committed to protecting innocent civilians from the threat of radical Islamic terrorism. Thank you. Both India and the United States also understand that to keep our communities safe, we must protect our borders. Since taking office, my administration has launched a far-reaching effort to improve screening and vetting of applications for entry. We are working hard to ensure that those who would threaten our security are denied admission into our country, and we are enhancing our vetting efforts like never before, not even close. We're doing it on a daily basis, and we'll soon be setting records in every one of the aspects of border security. Border security is vital to the United States. Border security is vital to India. We understand that. And we are further taking unprecedented action to finally secure our southern border and stop illegal immigration. And I want to thank the President of Mexico, who right now has 27,000 soldiers on our southern border. It's been incredible what's taken place in a short period of time. Illegal immigration is deeply unfair to millions of wonderful legal immigrants who work hard, pay their taxes, follow our rules, and obey our laws. Yet there are those in Washington who would raid your health care to fund free benefits. They want to fund free benefits to those who enter our country illegally. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do it. Because if we don't do it, they won't come. I will never allow politicians to take away your health care or give it to illegal immigrants. My administration believes our first duty is to the highest loyalty of all. We must always be for the American people, whether it's African American, Hispanic American, Indian American. We are going to take care of our citizens first. We are going to take care of our Indian American citizens before we take care of illegal immigrants that want to pour into our country. We want to build a nation where every family immigrant and U.S. born can live in a safe community with access to great school, work in a job you love, and have the best chance to reach the American dream. We love the American dream. And just in concluding, I want to say that America has always been a nation of pioneers and patriots, risk takers and free thinkers, and dedicated workers who have honed a trade, mastered their field, and teach their children to always give their very, very best. Every day, Indian Americans help write this story of American greatness. And everyone here today has a crucial part to play in building an even grander and greater American and Indian future. To help achieve that exciting vision, we are strengthening our cherished bonds with the nation of India, and we are proving the awesome power of democracy and unlimited potential of free people. Together, we will continue to deepen the ties between our nations. We will honor the faith of dignity of our citizens, and we will achieve incredible advancements for our people, for our children, and for the world. We will discover new cures and save millions of lives. We will advance cutting-edge technologies and lift millions and millions of people out of poverty. We will pioneer new frontiers in space, working together, raising the sights of humanity. We will uphold our values, defend our liberty, and control our destiny. The United States and India will make our nation stronger, our people wealthier, our dreamers bigger, and our future brighter than ever before, and it won't even be close. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to especially thank a great man and a great leader, the leader of India, Prime Minister Modi, my friend. Thank you. God bless you all. God bless India. And God bless America. Thank you. Thank you. Now I would like to invite onto this stage in front of this incredible group of unbelievable people, Prime Minister Modi, who's going to give some of his wisdom, and his wisdom is indeed great. Thank you all very much. It's been a great honor to be with you. Thank you. Thank you.